In this video, we're going to explore how you can use in JavaScript the Array Splice method. And this method is a very useful method because this Array Splice method helps you to extract or insert a value somewhere in the center, somewhere between the array. So you're very familiar with the other. If you watch my other videos, I have talked about shift, unshift, pop, and push. Where push and pop basically is focused on the very end of the array, where you can add up a value at the end of the array or remove an element from the array. And the shift and unshift is doing exactly the opposite, which is adding or removing a value, or specifically shift removes a value, unshift adds a value at the very beginning of an array. But sometimes you want to remove or adjust something in the center of the array, and this is with Splice a very useful method. Alright, so let's explore this. And if you're interested in learning about Chart.JS, where knowing these kind of arrays are extremely crucial for your chart, check out my description box. In my description box, I have a link going to a Udemy course specifically focused on Chart.JS. Alright, so what are we going to do here? So basically we're going to explore our Splice method here, and to do this, the best is to show you an example. One of the best examples is, let's say we have an array, and we can make here a constant, and this array will be sizes. And in here we discover that we made a mistake. We are going to add some sizes, small, medium, and then we say here extra large. Then we have here extra large, and we can probably put in here another size which is extra small. Alright, so we have these arrays, and you can see here the large has been forgotten, which is fine because with Splice we can include this. So let's make a console log first. We're going to put in the size. Alright, so if we go here and refresh this and open up our developer tab, you can see here our array has 5 data points, and these are the data points. There's no large in here. What we want to do now is add up the large between medium and extra large. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, we're going to select the array where we want to insert it, which is sizes. So we say here sizes, and then in here we're going to say splice, or we type in the splice method. So the splice method consists of 2 basic variables or numbers, which are extremely important, and after that anything else we want to include. So the third is optional, and in our case we're going to use the third item as well because we want to put in a specific value. So let's look at first at the first 2 values. So let's say we have here number 1. What does this mean? In Splice, this means where do we want to insert it, and number 1 means the element. So if we say element 1, it means after, I repeat, after element number 1, we will insert whatever we want. And in our case here, after element 1, so that would be after extra small, it would be here at small. And that's not the case what we want. We want to go after medium. So that's the third element. So after the third element, we're going to put in a value. And in here, we're going to put in a value. We can put in here 0. And the reason why I'm going to put in 0, we don't want to overwrite something. If you want to remove these, you can overwrite them by putting in 2. Meaning you're going to remove these 2 data points or elements. And if you put in 1, you say after the third one, you're going to remove the data point here. In our case, we don't want to do this. Well, we will do this maybe later on, but right now we want to put in only the large in here. So we say 0 for do not remove any elements because we need every one of them. We only want to insert an element. So you put in a comma, and once we did that, and then here we put in the string value, and I put in here, I'll type in here large so we can see it very clearly later on. So now, once we did this and we save this, we're not done yet. We have to make still a console log, console.log, and then we say sizes, save this, and then if we refresh here, you'll see already here we have one array with 5 digits and the other array with 6 digits. And you can see on the 6 digits here, the third data point right now, or this is the fourth element, which is being called number 3 in the indexes. In the index, so it's large, as you can see here. So this is basically how we add it up. So what would happen if you remove this, and then we just say only 1, you will see now that we're going to trim the array, or we shorten the array with lesser elements. Let's look at it. So let's refresh here, and now as you can see here, we remove one element, and the specific element we removed was the extra large element. Extra large element. Yes, that's correct, the extra large, because we didn't add up the large here. So if we have here the large, let's put this back, large, refresh here, you see now the large element has been removed. Imagine if you want to remove these here as well, the extra large and the extra large, we can do that as well by indicating here all of them. We say the 3 data points here will be removed. Oh, then maybe we have another one here. This is bigger. Let's save this. You will see that we remove these 3 data points or elements, and the bigger element will maintain. Let's save this, refresh, and now as you can see, we remove the large, extra large, and the extra large, and bigger has maintained. That's the last one, as you can see here as well. No, we can ignore this one. Basically in here you can see there's 7 data points here, which we have. And that's exactly correct here. And then if we adjusted it, it adjusts to only 4 data points. So this is the way how we can play around by removing data, by playing on with this, or adding up values, just put in 0 and then put in the value you want here. So let's say here number 100, what happened then? You will see here it will be added here up after the 3rd data point, which will be before large, after medium, and before large we put in the new value here. As you can see here, there we are. That's it. Alright. So if you have questions about this, put them in the comment section below. And if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel.